Good morning, dear student. I am Dr. Deshmukh Amal Jagannath, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Plant Pathology, College of Agriculture, Navsari Agriculture University, Waghai, Gujarat. Today I am going to deliver a lecture in the course Introductory Plant Nematology of second semester BSc Honors Agriculture. The topic of the course is different methods of nematode management. So, as are known that there are numbers of nematode management methods which are useful to control the nematode population. The main objective of using this management method is to keep nematode population below economic threshold level. Now the question is, what does it mean, the economic threshold level? So the economic threshold level means the level of nematode population at which the economic loss of the farmers takes place, or it is the level of nematode population at which farmer must have to take control measure to control the nematode. So there are several nematode control methods: cultural control, physical control, biological control, chemical control, regulatory control, and resistant varieties. And integration of these all the control measure strategies, it is called as integrated nematode management methods. Let us discuss each management method in detail. First one is cultural control. So the agronomical practices whichever employed in order to minimize the nematode population in the crop is called as cultural control. So there are several strategies or operations which are useful for management of nematode by a cultural method. So first one is selection of healthy seed material. If we use the potato tubers which are healthy, then it control potato golden nematode, Globodera prostochinensis. If we use healthy seed material of banana, that is healthy banana pseudostem, then it can avoid the problem of burrowing spiral and laser nematode in banana. Then adjusting the time of planting. Adjustment of a time of planting is also very useful. Say for example, early sowing of wheat in first fortnight of November reduces molar disease of wheat caused by Heterodera aveni, as at this time the nematode population of this Heterodera is too much less, or it is in dormant stage. Then following summer following and destruction of weed reduces the off-season population of maize cyst nematode Heterodera G in soil. Then deep summer plowing. So this type of method is exposes eggs and adult nematodes to hot sun, which kill the nematode eggs, different juveniles and adult stages. So number of below ground feeding nematodes are minimized or killed by this deep summer plowing. Then manuring of the crop with either farm made manure, oil cakes, press mud, poultry manure, etc. enriches the soil and further encourages the development of predaceous nematodes, say for example Mononchus species or other antagonistic microorganisms which suppress or check the parasitic nematodes in the field. Then flooding of the field, say for example in case of citrus nematode Tylenculus semipenetrans can be managed through flooding of water in the ring basin, and due to that anaerobic condition is developed at that place, and citrus nematode can be managed by asphygiation. Then use of trap crops. Some of the nematode attracting crops can be sown in the border of that main crop, and at that crop base only we must have to take control measure strategies so that the main crop will be escaped from this nematode. Then antagonistic crop. Certain crops such as mustard, marigold, neem, these are having some of the chemicals or alkaloids which repel or suppress the plant parasitic nematode. Say for example marigold, target species having alpha terphenyl or biethynyl compounds in the root and shoot tips, which are useful to kill the nematodes when are sown as an antagonistic crop in main crop. Then removal and destruction of infested plant or infected plant debris. So whenever one detect any single or few infested plant with the nematode, one must have to remove that, or if there is a crop where the incidence of nematode taken place, that particular crop residue or infected plant debris must have to clean out, collected and destroyed from the field so that in further season it will not go to another crop. Then use of resistant varieties. There are number of resistant varieties which have been released at different AICRP centers in India, and these varieties can be used to manage or to control different types of nematodes in number of crops. You have to keep in mind, say for example Nimarid, Nematex, Hisar Lalit. These are the varieties which are resistant to tomato root knot nematode Melodogyne incognita. In case of potato, variety like Cupris orna is resistant to Globodera rostochiensis. So in case of cultural control, whenever question is asked, you must have to give what is cultural control. You have to enlist all these strategies with giving example or suitable examples of each strategy. Then second one is physical control. So physical control is nothing but the control in which nematodes are killed by exposing them to heat, irradiation, osmotic pressure, etc. It is very easy to use these types of methods in laboratory, but one cannot adapt these methods in field condition. However, in case of protected cultivation such as greenhouse, polyhouse, pot condition, these are highly feasible methods. So use of heat, it is heat treatment of soil, sterilization of soil by steam sterilization by means of using perforated iron pipes buried in the soil, which allow the steam pass through it, and which not only kills or inhibits the nematode population but also be useful to control insect, weed or other pathogenic fungi, bacteria, viruses, etc. In case of laboratory or pot culture experiment, The autoclaves are useful to sterilize the soil by steam sterilization method. Then second one is hot treatment of planting material. So in case of potato or banana, potato tubers or banana pseudostems are dipped in hot water at 50 to 55 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes, and which are useful to control golden nematode, burrowing nematode, etc. Then irradiation. So some of the irradiation such as gamma irradiation are useful to kill the nematode X, nematode juvenile or nematode adult stages. So for example, cyst of Globodera rostochiensis are exposed to 20,000 to 40,000 gamma irradiation, which inhibit the eggs, and the egg content will be damaged to dead eggs. But these types of methods are not feasible practically. Then osmotic pressure. So one of the scientists, Fieder, in 1960 reported 100% nematode mortality when sucrose or dextrose or sugar added to nematode infested soil at the rate 1 to 5% by weight. But this method is also not that much practical or economical. Then washing process. So the seed, tubers, bulbs or any propagative material, it can be washed, as these propagative material are adhered by soils, and these soils may or may not contain nematodes, and thus the washing of such material helps to avoid the nematodes in spreading in new planting field. Then seed cleaning. Modern mechanical seed cleaning method have been developed to remove the seed balls from normal healthy wheat seeds. So by this method wheat seed gall nematode can be controlled. Use of ultrasonics. So it is not practically feasible, but some of the scientists have studied its effect on Heterodera species, and they found it is useful to control Heterodera species. So again, in case of physical control, there are different strategies. So you must have to enlist out these strategies with examples of nematodes controlled by it in your exam. Then third one is biological control. So what is biological control? Use of living organism or bioagent. It may be parasite, it may be predator, or it may be pathogenic fungi, bacteria, which is useful to suppress, inhibit, or kill the nematodes in rhizosphere. So there are different types of strategies comes under biological control. First one is addition of organic amendments. So addition of organic amendments such as farmyard manure, oil cake, green manure and fresh made encourages multiplication of nematode antagonistic microbes, and which inhibit the nematode population. Secondly, these types of amendments are producing numbers of organic acids such as formic acid, acetic acid, propionic acid, butyric acids. They may be produce ammonia hydrogen sulfide gases during the decomposition, and such gases or such acids are toxic to the nematodes, and thus the addition of organic amendment is useful to manage the nematode population. Then the addition of organic amendment also encourages predaceous nematodes such as Mononchus species, Diplogaster species, Tripilla species, and these all types of nematodes are mainly predator nematodes which feeds on plant parasitic or plant pathogenic nematodes and manage the nematodes. Then use of predaceous fungi. So most of the predaceous fungi comes under monalials and phycomycetes. These are of two types. One is trapping fungi and second one is endozoic fungi. So trapping fungi, these are having adhesive networks. These forms sticky branch or sticky networks, sticky knob, constricting ring or non-constricting ring at mycelial end or terminal end of the mycelia, and they capture the nematodes. Say for example, the fungi of sticky networks curls to form loops with adhesive surface which hold the nematode. Example is Arthrobotrys species. In case of sticky knob, small spherical to subspherical sticky knobs are produced at terminal end of the mycelia, and these are useful to hold the nematodes. Say for example, Monacrosporium ellipsospora. Then some of the fungi produces constricting ring. So what is constricting ring? The short hypal branch curls back on itself and it forms a ring. Whenever nematode enters in that ring, the ring cells bulbs inward, filling the lumen of the ring and kills the nematode. Say for example, Monacrosporium bembipoides and Dactylaria brachyphaga. Then non-constricting ring are also more or less similar to that of constricting ring. So the examples are Dactylaria candida. So these types of nematodes feeding fungi or inhibiting fungi produces toxins, and these are useful for killing the nematodes. Then second type of fungi are endozoic fungi. So what is endozoic? So these fungi enters in the nematode body by producing a germ tube, penetrates in the cuticle with sticky spore and multiply there, and which gives rise to death of that particular nematode. Say for example, Catenaria vermicola, useful for the management of sugarcane nematode. Then use of parasitic fungi. Pacillomyces liliaceus is one of the wonder fungal bioagent which is useful to control number of nematode species. They parasitize the egg, juveniles and adult stages of the nematode, and particularly effective on numbers of major nematodes such as Melodogini, Heterodera, Rotilanculus, and Tylanculus. So, this root knot nematode of tomato, brinjal, betel vine, and banana, and citrus nematode can be managed by this Paecilomyces liliaceus. So, dear student, you must have to keep in mind this Paecilomyces liliaceus, as it is very important biocontrol agent which is useful against numbers of nematode species. In use of bacteria, so antagonistic bacteria such as Pseudomonas fluorescens has also been found effective to reduce numbers of nematode. Say for example, cyst nematode, Heterodera kazani in cowpea. Other bacteria such as Bacillus cereus, Burkholderia cepacia were also found to be effective against root knot nematode of tomato and banana. So in case of biological control, we have seen addition of organic amendment, use of predaceous fungi, use of bacteria. So you must have to keep in example all the name of fungi, bacteria or nematodes which are useful for control the plant parasitic nematodes. Then chemical control. So in case of chemical control, mainly the chemicals are used as a substance or mixture of substance for killing, repelling or preventing the plant parasitic nematodes, and such types of substances are called as nematicides. So Kuhn in 1881 first tested CS2 to control sugar beet nematode in Germany, and he could not get encouraging results. Bessy in 1911 tested CS2 for the control of root knot nematode, later formaldehyde, cyanide and quicklime. Then Matthews in 1919 chloropicrine test gas used against plant parasitic nematode in England. And in 1944, scientists from California and Florida states of USA reported the efficacy of EDB-DD for the chemical management of nematodes. So there are different classes of these nematicides, and these are on the basis of mode of entry, mode of action and chemical nature. Let us discuss one by one. So classification of the nematicide on the basis of mode of entry. So there are three classes. One is stomach poison. The nematicides, when applied on foliage and other parts of the host plant, they ingest in the nematode and act on the digestive system and causes death of the nematode. Say for example, lead arsenate and phosphomidone. Then second one is contact poison, the toxicant which brings death of the pest species by means of contact and are directly absorbed by the cuticle of nematodes. Example, methyl parathion. Then third, fumigant, the toxicant when useful in its gaseous state and penetrates the organism and kill them. So some of the fumigant nematicides which are useful are CS2, DD and EDB. So these are the classes of the nematicide based on mode of entry with their example. So you must have to keep in mind. Then classification of nematicides on the basis of mode of action. So there are different classes. First one is physical poison, the toxicant which brings death of the organism by exerting a physical effect on the nematode is known as physical poison. Say for example, heavy oils like tar oil leads to asphyxiation of the nematode and cause death. Protoplasmic poison, a toxic poison which is responsible for precipitation of protein and which destruct cellular protoplasm of intestine epithelium in the nematodes. So the example are formaldehyde, ethylene oxide, nitrophenols. The third one is respiratory poison. So these types of nematicides block the cellular respiration or inactivate cellular respiratory enzymes in case of nematode, and death of the nematode occur. Example is H2S gas, DD and EDB. Then fourth one is nerve poison. So these are the chemicals which are anti-acetyl cholinesterase activity which lead to constant excitation of nerves in target organism, and due to this the nematode species faces convulsions, tremors, muscle paralysis, and which leads to the death of that nematode. Example is diazinon and aldicarb. So in case of nematicides based on mode of action, there are four groups: physical poison, protoplasmic poison, respiratory poison and nerve poison. And there are some of the examples, so you must have to keep in mind. Then third, classification of the nematicide based on chemical nature. So which type of chemical molecule is present in the nematicides? It indicates the group of that particular nematicide. So synthetic inorganic compounds. These compounds are the synthetic inorganic salts which act as a stomach poison and kill target organism. Example calcium arsenate. Then second group is synthetic organic compounds, and in this group there are several different types of groups. First one is halogenated hydrocarbon. Example chloropicrin, methyl bromide, DD, EDB, DBCP, etc. Organophosphorus compound. So the basic constituent of these compounds are carbon, hydrogen, chlorine and certain other compounds which may have oxygen and sulfur also. And examples are parathion, dichlorophenthion, thionazine, phorate, etc. Then third one is carbamate. So these are the derivatives of carbamic acid. Example are aldicarb and carbofuran. Fourth one is substituted phenols. In these compounds, the phenols are substituted by any other groups. Example binapacryl. Then thiocyanates. Example is lethane and thanite. Fluorine compounds. Fluorine sodium or fluoroacetate. Sulfur compounds CS2 and endosulfan or H2S. Then some of the other groups are natural products. So nicotine, pyrethrin, neem cakes, alpha terphenyl in marigold, catechol in argostris, mustard, sesame, bitter cucumber. So these are some of the natural products can be used as nematode control nematicides. So in case of nematicides or chemical control, you must have to keep in mind the history. What is the definition of nematicide? and the classification with their subgroups and specific example of each subgroup you must have to keep in mind. Then the method comes is regulatory control or legal control. So what is regulatory control? Regulatory control is nothing but the legal enforcement of measures to prevent the entry of nematode infested plant part or propagative material from infested area to disease free or uninfested area. So the principle involved in enacting this legal control or quarantine is exclusion of nematode from entering into an area which is free from that nematode or which is not infested, and in order to avoid spread of these nematodes. So the plant quarantine in India comes in act with the Destructive Insect Pest Act in 1914 passed by Government of India, and which restrict the introduction of exotic pest or disease. It may include insect pest, nematode, disease or weed from one country to another country. So strict regulation have been made against Globodera orostochinensis, the gold potato cyst nematode or golden nematode of potato, and Radonophelunculus cocophilus, red ring nematode of coconut. So in India, domestic quarantine have been imposed to restrict the movement of potato both for seed purpose or table purpose from Tamil Nadu in order to prevent the spread of potato cyst nematode. So dear student, you must have to keep in mind domestic quarantine for the potato cyst nematode or golden nematode. So this is all about regulatory control or legal control. Then use of resistant varieties. So there are number of resistant varieties which are released at time to time in different crops by EICRP centers in nematodes in India, and it is one of the very cost effective method for management of nematode damage. Say for example, tomato variety Hisar Lalit is resistant to root knot nematode. Potato variety Kupri Swarna is resistant to Globodera orostochinensis or golden nematode. Ageti 71, a maize variety, is resistant to maize cyst nematode Heterodera G. Castor variety AS7 is resistant to reniform nematode. So such types of number of varieties are there. So you must have to keep in mind. So dear students, we have studied individual control strategies in detail. So some of the integrated nematode management strategies we must have to take in consideration as it is in our syllabus. So what is integrated nematode management? So integration of all the methods to control or to manage the nematodes population below economic threshold level. So here management is the main concept as that of control. So we have to manage or suppress the population of nematode below economic threshold level by employing all the necessary practices. It may be cultural, it may be physical, it may be biological, it may be chemical, it may be regulatory control, or it may be resistant varieties. So for nursery or transplanted crops, there are some of the strategies which are useful. So let us discuss one by one. So keep nursery area fallow 2 to 3 months. deep summer plowing of the field 2 to 3 times at 10 to 15 days interval during April to May, which exposes the eggs and juvenile stages of these nematodes and suppresses the population. Grow non-host or antagonistic crops in main season. Soil solarization with 100 gauge low linear density polyethylene for 20 days. Follow rabbing or burning of the crop residue or husk at the rate 7 kg per cubic meter field. Use resistant varieties of respective crops. Green manuring with sun hemp or addition of organic amendments such as FIM, poultry manure, vermicompost, oil cakes, etc. Use of bioagents like Bacillomyces liliaceus or Trichoderma viridi or Pseudomonas fluorescens at the rate 10 to 20 gram per square meter of the field, and use of nematicides like carbofuran 3G or Forate as soil application or seed treatment or seedling dip treatment, etc. as per the guidelines. So these are some of the methods which contain integration of all the control strategies, and that is why we called it as integrated nematode management. So let us discuss integrated nematode management for the field crops. So in case of field crop, keep the field fallow for 2 to 3 months. Do summer plowing for 2 to 3 times at 10 to 15 days interval during April to May, which exposes eggs and nematode juveniles as well as nematode adult stages and kills them or inhibit them. Then flooding the field, and due to that the asphyxiation of the nematode may occur and the nematode may kill. Follow crop rotation with non-host crop. Field sanitation, healthy planting material, then use of resistant varieties, green manuring with sun hemp, addition of organic amendments such as farmyard manure, oil cakes, poultry manure, vermicompost, etc. is also useful and beneficial. Use of trap crop, non-host crop or antagonistic crops are also useful. Intercropping or mixed cropping with antagonistic crops such as marigold is also useful or beneficial. Then use of bioagents like Pseudomonas fluorescens, Bacillomyces liliaceus, Trichoderma viridi at the rate 5 kg per hectare is also useful. Seed treatment with either Bacillomyces liliaceus or carbosulfan, seedling root tip treatment, seed soaking treatment, or soil application with standard or recommended nematicide is also beneficial to control the nematode population in field crops as well as horticulture crops. So these are some of the strategies which includes all the control measures integratedly, and that is why it is called as integrated nematode management method. So dear students, here we have discussed about all the methods which are employed for the management of nematodes in detail. Then we have also studied some of the integrated nematode management for transplanting crop as well as field crops. So you must have to keep in mind all the strategies, and you must have to keep in mind all the examples of the nematodes which are specifically managed by a specific practice or specific control methods, so that you can get clear cut idea about the content of this chapter. So once again, thank you so much for attending this lecture. So if you have any doubt, if you have any question, if you found any mistake in the content, you please give comment in comment box, so that I will incorporate your suggestion in next lecture. Thank you so much.